Welcome to Limitless Success TV, where your journey toward success and abundance begins today. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever woken up from a night's sleep feeling more tired than when you went to bed? Or have you found yourself stuck in a cycle of financial struggle, with no clear reason why things just aren't moving forward? You know those days when everything feels heavier than it should, and you can't quite put your finger on why? Well, what if I told you the very place you sleep, the place where you recharge, where your dreams should be manifested, might be the reason behind it all? Yes, the space where you rest could actually be holding you back, silently sabotaging your success and health. And the best part? You probably have no idea it's happening. Now, I know this might sound a bit out there, but stick with me, because today, we're going to dive into something that has been passed down through ancient teachings, something that could change the way you view your bedroom forever. We're talking about more than just making your room look good or feel cozy. What we're really focusing on today is energy. Your energy, the energy of your space, and how keeping that energy clear, positive, and aligned is essential for manifesting the success and health you've been working toward. You see, the ancient wisdom from spiritual traditions like Buddhism and Feng Shui teaches us that our environment directly influences our energy. And your bed, your sacred space of rest and rejuvenation, plays a huge role in how you feel, how you perform, and even how your life unfolds. When that space is cluttered with negative energy, it can lead to stress, restlessness, financial setbacks, and even health problems that seem to come out of nowhere. But here's the thing. You might be unknowingly inviting all of this into your life without even realizing it. And one of the biggest culprits? The very objects you place on your bed. Today, we're going to reveal 10 things you absolutely should never put on your bed. These items may seem harmless at first glance, but they carry hidden energies that could be influencing your life in ways you never imagined. Whether it's an innocent stuffed animal, a pair of scissors, or something as simple as a hat or your dirty laundry, each of these things can silently invite negativity and disrupt your energy flow. And trust me, it's not just about tidying up your room for the sake of cleanliness. It's about safeguarding your space and keeping the energy within it aligned with your goals, your health, and your future success. Now, don't worry, I'm not just going to tell you what to avoid. We'll also explore the deeper reasons why these items are such powerful energetic disruptors and what you can do to transform your space into a place of pure positive energy. I'll share simple yet powerful steps you can take to cleanse your space, restore balance, and set the stage for greater success, abundance, and peace. The best part? These changes don't require a complete overhaul of your life or your home. They're small adjustments you can make right now to start seeing big results in your life. So, are you ready to unlock the secrets of your environment? Are you ready to create a space that supports your goals, your health, and your happiness? If so, then you're in the right place. Together, we'll dive deep into the hidden world of energy, how it affects your daily life, and how you can harness the power of your space to propel yourself toward limitless success. Get comfortable, take a deep breath, and let's dive into the 10 things you should never, ever put on your bed. These small but significant changes could be the key to unlocking the abundant, prosperous life you deserve. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have a whole new perspective on the energy of your space, and you'll know exactly what steps to take to ensure that nothing stands in the way of your dreams. Are you ready? Let's jump in. 1. Stuffed animals. We all love cuddly toys, don't we? From the plush toys we held onto as children to the decorative stuffed animals we place on shelves as adults. These toys seem like harmless little additions to our lives. They bring comfort, joy, and warmth. Who doesn't remember that special teddy bear or the comforting softness of a stuffed animal on a cold night? But here's the reality many of us overlook. Stuffed animals aren't just inanimate objects. These cuddly toys absorb energy, both positive and negative, with every interaction they have. Think about it. How many hands have touched your favorite teddy bear? How many children have hugged it, cried into it, or even fought over it? Every one of those experiences leaves an energetic imprint. And when you bring that stuffed animal into your home, you're essentially inviting the energy it's absorbed into your personal space. If that energy is heavy or negative, it could be influencing your mood, your well-being, and your life, without you even realizing it. That's why it's so important to cleanse these objects, especially when they've been passed down. bought secondhand, or even purchased from a store that you're not entirely familiar with. We can look at this from a deeper perspective. Ancient cultures, like those of Egypt and India, believed that objects could hold onto spiritual imprints. Good or bad, the famous ancient Egyptian practice of spirit traps placed objects like amulets and statues in tombs to carry the spirit of a deceased individual. Similarly, Buddhist teachings speak about the energetic connection between people and things. The idea that everything has an energy field isn't new. It's something that many modern practices, like feng shui and energy healing, have recognized. Every object in your space holds energy, whether you notice it or not. So, here's a tip that I've personally found to be very effective. Cleanse your stuffed animals regularly. It doesn't have to be a complicated ritual. Simply sprinkle a little salt on their feet, or take a few moments to speak positive words over them. Think of it as resetting their energy, just like you would reset your own mindset when you wake up in the morning. This practice doesn't just make the stuffed animal a neutral object. It transforms it into a source of comfort, joy, and positive energy, instead of one that might silently carry negative imprints into your home. By being intentional about the energy you bring into your home, especially into your bedroom, your most sacred space, you're setting yourself up for more peaceful, successful, and abundant days ahead. This simple act of cleansing your stuffed animals can be a small but significant step in creating the environment you need to thrive. 2. Artificial flowers. This might be a little surprising, but let me tell you, artificial flowers have absolutely no place near your bed. I know they can look pretty and add a touch of color to your room. But trust me when I say this, artificial flowers don't have the same power as their natural counterparts. While fresh flowers emit vibrant, life-affirming energy, fake flowers absorb energy rather than radiate it. Instead of uplifting your space, they can actually drain the good vibes you need for success, health, and inner peace. Let's pause for a moment and really think about this. Flowers in nature symbolize life, growth, and abundance. Think about the way flowers bloom. They're a reflection of prosperity, vitality, and positive energy. That's why fresh flowers are often seen as a symbol of happiness and good fortune. But what happens when these flowers are made of plastic, polyester, or other synthetic materials? They no longer have that connection to life. Instead, they absorb the energy in your environment and become stagnant, almost lifeless. They no longer promote growth or fresh energy. They simply hold onto the energy already present. And if that energy isn't positive, you're going to feel it. I've seen this happen firsthand with people who decorate their homes with artificial flowers. A close friend of mine used to keep a bunch of fake flowers on her bedside table, thinking they were a harmless decorative touch. But over time, she began to notice that her career seemed stuck, her relationships were becoming more strained, and she just couldn't shake a feeling of being in a rut. One day, I suggested she remove the artificial flowers and replace them with real plants. The change wasn't immediate, but it didn't take long for her to feel a shift in the atmosphere of her room and her life. It was almost as though the energy had become more fluid, more vibrant, and more aligned with her aspirations. And, believe it or not, as soon as she did that, she began to notice a series of positive changes. Her career started to progress again, and her relationships became stronger and more harmonious. It was as if nature itself had started supporting her growth. I understand that not everyone can keep fresh flowers in their room all the time. And I get that. Flowers can be expensive or require maintenance. But don't worry, because there's an alternative. If you still love the look of flowers in your room, consider using dried flowers. Dried flowers, unlike artificial ones, still carry energy from the natural world. They've already experienced the life cycle of a plant and, even in their dried state, they can still hold on to that positive, life-affirming energy. This way, you're still connecting with the energy of nature without the potential drawbacks of artificial flowers. Here's a tip. If you have fake flowers in your room right now, take a moment to remove them. Swap them out for real plants if possible, or dried flowers if that works better for you. It's a simple change, but you'd be amazed at the difference it can make in your space. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary of peace and renewal, not a place that feels stagnant or drained. By making this small shift, you're inviting nature's energy back into your life, and that's the kind of energy that supports growth, abundance, and success. By replacing artificial flowers with real or dried ones, you're taking a proactive step toward creating a more positive, energetic environment that supports your goals, happiness, and overall well-being. It's amazing how something so simple can have such a powerful impact on your life. 3. Mirrors near your bed. Mirrors can truly be stunning pieces of decor, right? They can make a room feel more spacious, reflect light beautifully, and even add a touch of elegance to your space. But what if I told you that when you place a mirror near your bed, it might actually be wreaking havoc on your energy? This is something that many people don't realize. But mirrors have a unique ability to not just reflect light, they reflect your energy, your emotions, and even your thoughts. Think about it. Everything that happens in your bedroom, every emotion you experience, every stress you feel, gets amplified in that mirror. If you're stressed out or feeling anxious, a mirror in your bedroom can act like an energetic magnifying glass, intensifying those feelings and making them harder to shake off. This is especially true when the mirror reflects your bed or, worse, your sleeping body. At night, when you're supposed to be resting, recharging, and restoring your energy, that mirror can bounce the negative energy right back at you. Instead of your body and mind getting the peaceful, restorative rest they need, you end up waking up feeling drained, unsettled, and maybe even more anxious than when you went to sleep. And when this happens night after night, it becomes more than just a minor inconvenience. It starts affecting your overall well-being, your energy levels, and even your productivity during the day. I've personally seen this play out with clients in my own practice. One client of mine was at her wit's end, struggling with fatigue despite getting what seemed like a full night's sleep. She couldn't figure out why she felt so exhausted, even though she was technically getting enough rest. After a bit of digging into her bedroom setup, we discovered that she had a large mirror directly across from her bed. The moment we made the simple adjustment of moving the mirror to face the door instead of the bed, something incredible happened. Her sleep improved dramatically. And it wasn't just the quality of her rest, her overall productivity at work increased. And she felt more energized and focused throughout the day. It was like the shift in energy in her room allowed her to tap into a deeper level of rest, giving her the recharge she needed. This example is a perfect reminder that sometimes the solutions to our struggles are simpler than we think. The mirror in your bedroom might seem harmless, but its impact on your energy can be significant. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about how your environment affects your energy flow. That's why I recommend positioning your mirror so that it faces the door, not your bed. This small but powerful change allows any negative energy that enters your room to be reflected out, leaving you with a clear, peaceful space to sleep in. This simple adjustment can transform your sleep quality, your energy levels, and even the way you approach the challenges of your day. So here's the action tip. If you have a mirror facing your bed, try moving it. Position it in a way that it reflects the door or is at least not directly facing where you sleep. This subtle shift can have a profound impact on how you feel in your space, allowing you to rest more deeply and wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day. It's a simple change, but it can make all the difference in how you experience the energy of your bedroom and, ultimately, your life. 4. Sewing needles. This one might sound a bit odd, but bear with me, because it's something that can actually have a significant impact on your energy. Sewing needles, whether you're talking about sewing needles or pins, carry a deeper symbolic meaning than most people realize. We often think of them as simple tools for mending clothes or finishing personal projects. But they represent much more than just practicality. At their core, needles symbolize the idea of fixing and repairing, an important concept when it comes to our clothes, our work, or even our lives. The problem arises when we place a needle on our bed, which is supposed to be a sanctuary for rest, peace, and healing. When you put a needle on your bed, even if it's just for a brief moment while you're working on a project, it sends a message to your subconscious that something in your life needs fixing. Your bed is meant to be your place of rest and rejuvenation, a space where you restore your energy and heal from the challenges of the day. But by placing a needle there, you're subconsciously reinforcing the idea that your life needs fixing. It's as if you're telling the universe that something in your health, your finances, or even your relationships is broken, and that brokenness is being carried into your sacred space of rest. Let me share a real-world example with you. A man came to me, feeling as though nothing in his life was going right. He was overwhelmed, stressed, and could barely make any progress in his personal or professional life. After spending some time with him and examining his environment, we discovered something quite surprising. He had a needle near his bed. It was there because he had been sewing a shirt earlier and had temporarily placed it on the bedside table. It seemed like such a small, insignificant action, but it was actually sending a powerful message to his subconscious. Something was broken. This small act was keeping him in a state of mental and emotional unrest. Once he removed the needle and set the intention to create peace and restoration in his space, something profound started to happen. Slowly but surely, he began to regain a sense of peace and calm. He found that his productivity at work increased, his relationships improved, and his overall outlook on life became more positive. This simple shift in his environment played a key role in shifting his mindset and opening the door to real progress. So here's the action tip. If you find yourself working on projects, especially ones involving sewing or mending, do it somewhere other than your bed. Let your bed remain a space of peace and restoration, not a place where you bring in the energy of fixing or repairing things. A restful space should symbolize healing and balance, not struggle or brokenness. By removing symbols of repair, like needles, pins, or any other tools of fixing, you'll allow your subconscious mind to let go of the idea that something needs to be fixed. Instead, you'll be cultivating an environment of wholeness, relaxation, and positive energy. Your space is sacred, and the energy you invite into it plays a pivotal role in your ability to rest, recharge, and move forward in life. Let your bed be a place of peaceful restoration, where you can fully let go of the stress and repair your energy, rather than a space where you unknowingly invite the message of brokenness. Small changes like this can have a profound effect on your peace of mind and your ability to manifest the life you desire. 5. Scissors. Scissors may seem like a completely everyday, mundane tool. We use them to cut paper, trim fabric, or open packages, and honestly, most of the time, we don't give them a second thought. But here's something that may surprise you. Scissors carry a powerful symbolism of separation and division. When placed on your bed, they don't just cut through physical materials, they start to cut ties energetically as well. You see, your bed isn't just a place for physical rest, it's a sacred space for emotional and mental restoration. The last thing you want is for that space to become associated with separation, conflict, or emotional distance. This becomes especially important if you're in a relationship or even just working on personal growth. Keeping scissors near your bed can subconsciously signal to your mind that something needs to be severed or divided. If you're in a relationship, for example, having scissors nearby can create a subtle energetic separation. You might start noticing more misunderstandings, arguments, or a sense of emotional distance between you and your partner. It's as though those scissors are cutting the connection between you, even when you're not actively aware of it. It sounds a bit far-fetched, but trust me when I say that energy works in mysterious ways. Everything in our environment, every object we place around us, affects our energy, even in ways we don't consciously realize. Let me share a real-world example with you. A woman I worked with was feeling constant tension in her relationship. Despite her best efforts, things between her and her partner just weren't clicking. They argued more often, and emotional distance seemed to grow each day. When we dug deeper into her home environment, we discovered a pair of scissors placed on her bed, right on her nightstand. She thought it was just a convenient place to put them, believing they didn't really mean anything. But once I suggested that she move the scissors to another spot, away from the bed, something incredible happened. The very next week, she called me with an update. The atmosphere between her and her partner had shifted dramatically. There were fewer arguments, more communication, and a noticeable closeness returning to their relationship. What's more, she noticed that she, too, felt more emotionally connected to herself. The scissors, it seemed, were energetically cutting the ties that she and her partner needed to strengthen in order to rebuild trust and connection. This simple change, moving those scissors out of the bedroom, allowed her to restore the flow of energy in her space, which in turn restored harmony in her relationship. It's amazing how much the smallest changes can make a huge difference when it comes to energy and emotional well-being. So, here's the action tip. If you've got a pair of scissors on your bed or anywhere near it, move them to a different location. Keep them out of your bedroom entirely, especially near your bed, where they can energetically disrupt the peaceful, restorative atmosphere that you need. If you need to break limitations or remove energetic blocks in your life, do it in a space that doesn't interfere with your personal, sacred space of rest. The bedroom is a place for healing, connection, and renewal, not division. Sometimes, it's the seemingly insignificant things, like a misplaced pair of scissors, that have the most profound effects on our energy. So, take a moment to reevaluate what's in your space and make sure that everything surrounding you is supporting the life, relationships, and energy you want to cultivate. By keeping your environment clean, calm, and harmonious, you'll be much more aligned with the positive changes you want to manifest in your life. 6. Medicine. Medicine is typically associated with healing and recovery, right? It's something we reach for when we're not feeling our best. Something that's supposed to bring us back to health. But here's the thing. While medicine is meant to heal, placing it on your bed could be sending a subtle, but very powerful, subconscious message to your mind. It's as if you're telling yourself, illness belongs here, in your bed. The place where you rest and rejuvenate starts to feel less like a sanctuary and more like a reminder of sickness. It's not just about the physical space, it's about the energetic space. 2. Think about it. Your bed is where you go to recharge. It's the place where you rest your body and mind, a space for recovery, manifestation, and the restoration of energy. If you store medicine there, you're bringing the energy of illness directly into that space. It's a subtle but powerful effect. When we leave things like painkillers, cold medicine, or even vitamins within arm's reach on the nightstand, they become associated with sickness and struggle, rather than health and vitality. And over time, that can influence how your body and mind perceive rest. Instead of seeing your bed as a place for healing, you might start to see it as a place where you're reminded of your ailments. Whether it's physical pain, fatigue, or something else, I've had a personal experience with this concept that really opened my eyes. A man came to me once, explaining how he couldn't shake off constant fatigue and persistent headaches. Despite doing everything he could to get better, he was always drained and could never fully recover. When we sat down together and reviewed his habits, we made a surprising discovery. He kept a bottle of painkillers on his nightstand, right next to his bed. It wasn't something he consciously thought about, it was just a convenient place to store them. But when he moved that bottle to a different, more organized space in his home, everything started to shift. His energy started improving, and his headaches became less frequent. His overall health, both physical and mental, began to improve too. It was as if, by removing that reminder of sickness from his immediate space, he was also removing the energy of illness from his life. This story is a perfect example of how our environment can affect us in ways we don't even realize. Even though medicine is meant to help us, leaving it close to where we rest can perpetuate the cycle of illness. It's a simple yet profound realization that the energy in our space influences our health and mindset. So, here's the action tip. Keep any medicine away from your bed. Store it in an organized, designated place that's separate from where you sleep. This small but important step helps reinforce a mindset of health and vitality, rather than illness. When you make your bed a place of true recovery, free from reminders of sickness, you're also creating an energetic shift that supports your well-being. Your mind and body will start to associate your bed with relaxation, healing, and the manifestation of good health, rather than reminders of what's wrong. By making this simple change, you can begin to invite more positive energy into your life, enhancing not only your sleep but your overall sense of well-being. 7. Dirty clothes. We all know that feeling after a long, exhausting day, when you walk through the door and just collapse onto your bed, completely wiped out. And as part of unwinding, we often toss our clothes onto the bed, thinking it's no big deal, right? After all, it's just a temporary spot until we get around to sorting the laundry. But here's the thing. This seemingly harmless habit can actually be one of the worst things you can do for your energy. You see, clothes absorb energy throughout the day, both good and bad. They take in the emotions and the vibes of the environments we move through. From the stress of the office to the frustration of a traffic jam, or even the joy of a fun gathering with friends. And when you throw those clothes on your bed, you're essentially transferring that accumulated energy into your sacred space, your bed. The place where you go to rest. recharge, and rejuvenate. This means the negative energy of the day could be soaking into the very place where you should be recharging, leaving you feeling drained instead of refreshed. I've seen this play out in my own life and with clients I've worked with. One client, in particular, shared that after she started putting her dirty laundry in a separate room, instead of tossing it onto her bed, she noticed a dramatic shift. For months, she had been tossing her worn clothes on the bed, and she started feeling overwhelmed, like she could never truly relax. Her sleep was fitful, and she woke up feeling just as tired as when she went to bed. But the moment she made the simple change of placing her dirty laundry in a laundry basket in another room, everything began to improve. She noticed that her sleep quality improved, and she woke up feeling more refreshed. What's more, her mood during the day also became more positive. It was as if the clutter and heavy energy of the day had no access to her sacred resting space anymore. Her bedroom became a true sanctuary, free from the chaotic energy of her day. This simple adjustment wasn't just about tidying up, it was about creating a mental and energetic boundary. By keeping the heavy, outside energy of the day out of her bedroom, she was allowing herself to enter a space of peace and restoration. Our environments influence us in ways we often don't realize, and sometimes the smallest changes can have the biggest impact on our well-being. So, here's the action tip. Make it a habit to keep your laundry in a designated spot, away from your bed. If possible, keep a laundry basket in a different room, one that's not part of your sacred space. By doing this, you're allowing your bedroom to remain energetically clean and clear of any negative energy that your clothes may have absorbed throughout the day. It's a simple but powerful way to ensure that your space is dedicated to rest, healing, and rejuvenation. And when you create a peaceful, energetically clean environment, you'll notice the difference in your mood, your sleep, and your overall sense of well-being. Your bed should be a sanctuary where you rest and recharge, not a place where the stresses of the day linger. 8. Hats or caps. It might seem like no big deal to leave a hat or cap on your bed, right? After all, they're just pieces of clothing, and we wear them to keep our heads covered. But in reality, these seemingly harmless items can carry a strong energetic impact. Think about it. Your head is one of the most important parts of your body. It's an energy transmitter, constantly receiving and processing signals from the world around you. From the thoughts we think to the emotions we feel, our heads are constantly picking up and transmitting energy. And this is where hats, caps, and even scarves come into play. These accessories are in direct contact with your head all day, absorbing the energy from your thoughts, your emotions, and your environment. So, when you place them on your bed, especially near your resting space, you're inviting all of that accumulated energy, good or bad, into your sacred place of rest. This is where the problem arises. Your bed, the place where you sleep and rejuvenate, is supposed to be free from outside interference. It's a space where you go to recharge, heal, and restore yourself. But when you place a hat, cap, or scarf on your bed, you're essentially introducing a chaotic energy that could disturb your peace. These items, which have absorbed all sorts of energy throughout the day, bring those influences into your bedroom, whether it's stress from work, anxious thoughts, or any other type of negative energy you might have encountered. Instead of your bed being a sanctuary, it becomes a place where conflicting energies start to mingle, making it harder for you to truly rest and relax. I've seen this play out in real life, too. A woman I worked with was constantly feeling anxious and unsettled, but she couldn't figure out why. She was following all the right practices for mental health, doing the right things to reduce stress, but the anxiety remained. After a deep dive into her living environment, we found something unexpected. She had a hat on her bed. It seemed so innocent, but the moment she moved the hat to a separate place, away from her bed, her energy shifted almost immediately. She began to notice that her anxiety started to dissipate. It wasn't just the physical act of moving the hat, it was the energetic shift that occurred when she created a clear boundary between her head and the rest of the world's energy. She was now allowing her body and mind to rest without interference from all the energies her hat had absorbed during the day. This simple shift serves as a powerful reminder of how the smallest changes in our environment can significantly affect our mental and emotional state. So, here's the action tip. Keep hats, caps, and scarves off your bed. These items, no matter how innocent they seem, can bring with them unwanted, conflicting energies that disrupt your peace and rest. Instead, place them in a separate area, where they won't interfere with your energy as you sleep. By doing this, you're giving your head the rest it needs without any interference from outside forces. Allow your bed to remain a place of calm, relaxation, and rejuvenation, free from the chaos of the world outside. Small changes like this can make a huge difference in how you feel and how well you sleep. Creating a peaceful, energetically clean environment is a simple yet powerful step toward better health, mental clarity, and emotional well-being. 9. Old, heavy energy bedding. Now, let's talk about something that can truly impact your energy and your ability to move forward in life. Old, heavy energy bedding. It might not be something that immediately comes to mind, but trust me when I say this is a big one. You see, bedding that has been passed down through generations can carry a lot more than just fabric and thread. It can hold onto the energy of the people who used it before you, every worry, every stress, every emotion that was imprinted in those sheets. And whether you realize it or not, that energy can have a profound impact on your own mental and emotional state. When you sleep on bedding that's been steeped in the struggles of past generations, it's like you're absorbing all of that heaviness while you sleep. How can you truly move forward when you're quite literally sleeping on the weight of past burdens? Think about this for a moment. Your bed should be a place of renewal, relaxation, and peace. It should be a sanctuary where you recharge your body and mind for the day ahead. But when you're resting on sheets that carry the energy of unresolved issues, family struggles, or even old traumas, that energy can affect you without you even being aware of it. These past emotional imprints become a part of the fabric of your being. And every night you sleep in them, you're unknowingly reinforcing the emotional weight that comes with it. I had a client once who was feeling completely stuck in his life. He felt as though no matter what he did, he couldn't break through the barriers he had in his career or personal life. He was exhausted, mentally drained, and just couldn't figure out why everything seemed so difficult. After spending some time with him, we discovered that he had been sleeping on his great-grandmother's sheets. They were beautiful, hand-embroidered, and passed down through generations in his family. But what he didn't realize was that these sheets, though cherished, were carrying decades of family history. As we dug deeper, it became clear that his family had experienced a lot of struggle, financial hardship, and emotional pain, things that had been passed along with those very sheets. When I suggested that he replace them with fresh, new bedding, he was skeptical at first. But once he made the change, something remarkable happened. It wasn't just the physical act of changing the sheets, it was the energetic shift that took place. He felt lighter, more energized, and the heaviness he had been carrying began to lift. Within weeks, his productivity at work increased. His outlook on life became more positive, and he found himself making progress in areas of his life that had previously felt stagnant. It was as if the fresh bedding was allowing him to move forward, free from the weight of the past. This is a perfect example of how our environments, especially our sleeping spaces, can deeply affect our energy and mindset. Your bed should be a place of peace and restoration, not a reminder of past struggles and unresolved issues. So, here's the action tip. If you're sleeping on old bedding or inherited sheets, it might be time to consider replacing them. Let go of the past and invite in a new, fresh energy. Your bed should be a place where you rest, heal, and recharge, not a place that keeps you tethered to past burdens. By replacing old, heavy energy bedding with new, clean sheets, you can create a space that supports your personal growth, peace, and emotional well-being. You'll find that not only does your sleep improve, but so does your overall energy, outlook on life, and productivity. Make your bed a sanctuary of peace and fresh energy. It's one of the easiest ways to align your environment with the life you want to create. 10. Technology and electronics near your bed. It's no secret that electronics are an integral part of our daily lives. From smartphones to tablets to laptops, these devices have become almost indispensable. But what many people don't realize is that electronics emit electromagnetic fields, EMFs, which can have a profound impact on your energy and sleep. These fields may not be visible, but they are constantly radiating from your devices. And when you place them near your bed, you are essentially inviting these invisible forces into your most sacred space, the place where you go to rest and recharge. Electromagnetic fields can disrupt your natural sleep rhythms. They interfere with your body's ability to settle into deep, restful sleep, which is essential for rejuvenation and overall health. Even if you're not actively using your phone, tablet, or laptop, these devices create a constant source of stress that your body picks up on. It's like having a low-level buzzing or static noise in the background, subtle but persistent. Over time, this can lead to restless nights, poor sleep quality, and a weakened ability to manifest your goals. After all, how can you create the life you want when you're constantly being drained of energy from the very place you should be replenishing it? I've worked with clients who have shared similar struggles. One woman in particular was having a hard time getting quality sleep. Despite maintaining a solid bedtime routine, she exercised, avoided caffeine in the evening, and followed all the usual recommendations for a good night's rest. Yet, she still woke up feeling tired and groggy every day. After talking with her about her sleep habits, we discovered that her phone was charging right next to her pillow every night. The phone was constantly emitting EMFs, even while she wasn't using it. Once we made a simple change, moving her phone across the room, away from her bed, everything shifted. Her sleep quality improved dramatically, and the next morning, she woke up feeling more rested and energized. It was as if removing the phone from her immediate space allowed her energy to return to its natural flow, free from the disruptive forces of the electromagnetic fields. This is a perfect example of how seemingly small things can have a big impact on our well-being. We've all heard about the dangers of too much screen time before bed, but the effect of EMFs is often overlooked. It's not just about how much time you spend on your devices, it's about the continuous radiation they emit, even when you're not using them. So, here's the action tip. Keep electronics away from your bed. If possible, charge your devices across the room, out of arm's reach. Not only will this help protect your energy, but it will also allow your body to naturally enter a state of relaxation and deep sleep. You'll notice the difference almost immediately: better sleep quality, more energy throughout the day, and a clearer, more focused mind. Creating a tech-free zone around your bed is a small but powerful step in ensuring that your body and mind get the true rest they deserve. In today's world, where we're constantly surrounded by technology, it's crucial to create boundaries that allow us to disconnect and recharge. And remember, when you protect your sleep, you protect your energy, which is essential for manifesting your dreams and goals. Conclusion: as we've seen throughout this video, the items you place on your bed, or even nearby, carry more influence on your energy than you might initially think. What might seem like a harmless object can actually have a profound impact on your peace, health, and overall well-being. Everything in your environment plays a role in shaping your life, especially the space where you sleep. The objects around you can either support your growth or subtly hold you back, affecting your energy and even your financial prosperity. That's why it's so important to be intentional about what you allow into your sacred space. When you take control of your environment, especially your bed, you're setting yourself up for a life of positivity, restful sleep, and boundless potential. Your bed is more than just a place to sleep. It's where you rest, recover, and recharge for the challenges ahead. It's where you reconnect with your inner self and prepare to face the world with renewed energy. When you create a space free of negative influences, you allow yourself to manifest your dreams and attract the abundance you deserve. The small changes you make in your environment, like removing clutter, eliminating negative energy, or being mindful of the objects around you, can have a profound impact on your life. By creating a restful, peaceful, and energetic space, you're not just improving your sleep, you're also improving the quality of your life. Now, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned today. Are there items in your bedroom that might be holding you back without you even realizing it? Could something as simple as removing old bedding or moving your phone across the room create a shift in your life? I encourage you to try these changes for yourself and see what happens. You have the power to transform your environment and your life, starting with your bed. When you create a space that nurtures your success, health, and happiness, everything else starts to fall into place. The beauty of these changes is that they're simple but effective. You don't have to make drastic shifts in your life or spend money on expensive products. Sometimes, the most powerful transformations come from the smallest adjustments. By being mindful of what you place on your bed, you're setting the stage for a positive, abundant life. And when you nurture your body, mind, and energy, you're giving yourself the foundation to achieve your goals and manifest your dreams. So, are you ready to take action? Are you ready to create a space that supports your growth, peace, and abundance? It's time to start making those changes. By being conscious of your environment and the energy you invite into your space, you can create a life filled with positive energy and endless possibilities. Your bed, your sacred space, can be a powerful tool in shaping your life. Take control of it today. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found some valuable insights that you can apply to your own life. Remember, small changes lead to big transformations, and your environment is one of the most powerful tools you have in creating the life you want. Stay tuned for more tips and insights right here on Limitless Success TV, where your success is limitless. Together, we'll continue to explore ways to make every part of your life more aligned with the abundance, success, and peace you deserve. Thank you for being part of this journey.